Screen doing weird stuff. How's it going? Am I live? Pretty sure I am. Make sure there's sound. I'm sure there is. Maybe. What? Oh no, okay, there it goes. Just, everything's fine. I think. Yeah, I've got audio. Okay, yeah. It was just, YouTube was not giving me accurate information. Oh, just a second here. Let me get everything right so I can see everybody. Nearly got this set up. How is your, today is Saturday. How's your Saturday? While I get my screen set up, I've got the light just a little bit different. It's, basically, it's the same light, it's just lower. So we'll see how this works. So what's up to Kara? First like today. What's up, Chris? What's up, Big Bugs? John Rogers. Moon Bunny. Archie's Ghost. How's it going? Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Shirt's a little bit bunched up in the back. Don't mind me. Oh man, it's I don't know. Today's weird temperature wise. It's I think I saw the temperature said it was like 80, 81 in the room, but my eyes are not cooperating today, so it could be plus or minus a degree. And John Rogers been cutting wood all day. That's hot. I do have an axe. I probably need to have it sharpened. Oh, Dandy, how's it going? Archie, yeah. Taking a break from chores. I heard that. Carrot tired. Yeah, word. Ugh. I don't know what I did. It's not that it's a bad day. I just one of those days where it just feels like just a tad bit sleepier than usual. Not enough to ruin the day, but it's just, like maybe I should have had that much more caffeine. I don't know. It feels like it's more humid than it should be. Although wrong way. What's up? How's it going? Glad you made it. And everybody smash the like button if you haven't already. You know how it goes. I've been slowly this month taking the pearl or the cultivate elevate pearl powder, the pills again, but I'm taking just one every other day on the odd days when I remember to I want my eyes to get better. I really don't need to sleep that much. I really don't, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really been on it because I have to take it at night and then I don't go to bed. I just nod out. I'm trying to put myself to sleep. I think during a week I put myself to bed like 2 or 3 times, so that's better than just nodding out. And I know that's what the problem is because when I just nod out with everything on and then wake up at 2, 3, 5 in the morning, shut everything off, sleep a little bit more, then wake up, talking too fast. Um, that's what's making my eyes worse because on the nights that I do put myself to sleep, have everything off, actually sleep in a dark room, the next day I'm better. So like last night, I think I fell asleep at like 1 a.m., 12:30, and then I woke up at like 4, 5:30, whenever it was. Like the sun was not up yet, but everything's still on, so I got to shut everything off. This wasn't left on the charger. That was good, but whatever, just shut it off. I'm not doing it. Then wake up in a few hours and wonder why I still feel so tired. I'm working on it. It's only been half a month. I'll get back on that. The coffee and Celsius isn't working. Yeah. Oh, nice. A little wrong ways like maybe I took your energy, mama. I have enough energy today to do laundry for the first time in like 5 months. So if I stole your energy, I'm sorry, but I appreciate it. Hey, no worries. Yeah, I kind of think I know what did it. Like that's kind of an on me thing. But I'm glad the energy goes somewhere because oh hey Jetta, how's it going? Gotta finish Din Din. Absolutely. Get a good meal in there. I have noticed, I might have brought this up before, but like as crummy a time as I've been having in life, let's say over the last couple of years, Frank had people call in sometime within the last couple of years, and all they're talking about, and people in the chat room too, but every single call is talking about, oh man, this year was so great with like jobs or moving or marriages or children being born or traveling. All this great amazing stuff is happening to other Franklys. So, and I didn't know that at the time. Now I do. So I do have some consolation where if I'm having a bad time or a bad day, bad week, whatever it is, I know that there's going to be the opposite of that is happening to a Frankly. Like they're having good stuff happen in their life, good job things, relationship things, people in their lives. So like no matter there's positive to balance out the negative, even if I'm not personally experiencing it, a Frankly is, and that counts. So that helps out. Like no matter even if, then if something good is happening, I don't think the opposite. Like oh something bad's happening to somebody else, but I don't think about it that way because good things don't happen that often. Oh, buddy, cats kept me awake. Yeah, literally we're bouncing off the walls, playing with each other, cute and annoying at the same time. Like it's 3 a.m. I heard something. It's across the house, and every cat's got to go check it out. No wait, it's over there. Like nothing made any sound anywhere. Not even the house did not creak. But then there the cats got to go, and something falls over. Oh no, is it like just like two cats or more? Like if one does something, do the rest have to follow? Yeah, used to have several, down to one now. Dandy is saying, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking a few days ago. It was September 11th, which is exactly a month away from New Year's Day. So we're less than a month away from my New Year. Uh, I was thinking that day, I'm like, the next 2 months are going to be hard. Just because I've got speaking of anniversaries, I've got a bad anniversary, the one coming up on Halloween, be 10 years of that. And then on November 11th, that's going to be the 1 year anniversary of when I lost my last pet. So that's going to be rough. And I'm like exactly 2 months. I'm like, wow, those are exactly, 2 months away. One just happens to be a 2 month block of time. That's a coincidence. I'm like, this is going to be rough. But I know that going ahead, so I won't be surprised when things just start to feel like the sun's in a water sign, which is just what I say when things are just worse than they have to be for no reason. Oh, Papa Groovy, how's it going? How is your Saturday? A little wrong way. Awesome. Said not a single chemotherapy coma today. It's been so long since I've felt human. Now that's because I'm halfway through chemo and have a week off. And while it feels good, how's yeah, feeling human. I love when that happens. I like to feel like a normal person. I like to do things that other people do and feel like a regular human sometimes. So understandable. And what's up, Harden? How is it going? And how's Wally if he's around? Oh, a little wrong way. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. As long as there's, quite frankly, to go to, as long as there's live shows to do, then I'm good. It is odd doing the once a week shows because it does feel like they're 2 weeks apart. And I'm like thinking, what did I do last time? That was so long ago. Wait, wasn't that the two-parter episode? So that won't happen this time. I got it plugged in there, so I won't have to touch anything on the side of the laptop. So it's just when I plug something in, it's down on the floor. So there's no reason for anything to freeze up. But as far as good anniversaries go, I had to write some down so I wouldn't forget. But I can't forget this. Oh, well, this channel, the actual, my YouTube channel, will be, I don't know how many years old, but I started it on September 18 of 2011. So that's, I want to say 14 years off the top of my head. What year is it now? 13? I don't like that. Let me do that again. I don't trust my calculator. Wait, it's 2024. Yeah, it's 2024 minus 2011. God damn it. Well, that just makes sense. That just makes sense. Fine, be that way. Okay, well then I'm glad I started the channel, started uploading this year when the lucky number was 3. So that's coming up. What is it? Next week. Next week. And that's also when I'm going to be. What am I now? I'll be 256. God, I'm getting old. And then, of course, we did just have September 11th earlier in the week. So I did try my best to be on Tumblr as much as possible to look at the memes. So not too, nothing too disrespectful. Mostly people just like posting stuff from back in the day. There's a really great picture, and you know these people had a sense of humor. It's some girl, and she's got her, happy sweet 16, birthday cake, but she's like standing there, kind of just kind of pouting, and then the TV is behind her, and you can see on the TV like the towers burning. So, like whoever this Virgo chick was, she and her family had a great sense of humor. And they had to have been taken on like an actual like camera with like wind, click camera. I'm sorry, wind, click. It was on the other side, but reverse the hands because of the camera. So yeah, good on those people, whoever they are, for having a sense of humor. Oh geez, Chris. Wow. Well, we'll see how this one goes. I just tweeted your stream and tagged John Cena since he follows Frank. Let's see if he stops by. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't. Well, I did used to watch that. I think it was called WWE Divas, like a reality show, probably on Bravo. I used to watch a lot of reality shows on Bravo TV. Um, so I know him from the memes and from that show. I didn't know too much about the guy from the show. I thought they were just going to talk about the girls, and that was fine. But then um, they talk about the guy himself. Like I don't know his birthday or nothing like that, but this dude, he just seems like a hardworking businessman who wants to take care of his family. I was like, well, I can respect that. I don't. That's all I know about him. But that's cool. All about folks from different walks of life. That's why I like, quite frankly, because these are people I would never come across in my real life. We're just being from other parts of the world, even, and just different things we do. I mean, we got people who are like professional, like 9 to 5, CEO type, making money, or like retired people sitting on a fat stack like they're a dragon, all the way down to, folks working paycheck to paycheck just to get by. But they want to have a good time. They like to know what's going on in the world, so they go to, quite frankly. Oh, Chris says he's a great actor. Oh, good, awesome. I don't know if I've seen him in anything. I don't know. I just really don't know. I can't recall off the top of my head. My steel trap memory. I'll have to check him out in some stuff. Because I think he's done comedy, and if you can do comedy, you're amazing. Oh my God. I would love to be funny. That would be great. Like to just know, because that's why I kind of don't want to get good at jokes, because I would think it's kind of like when you get good at music, then you're just like counting all the time, like counting the time between saying the thing and then the punchline. And I don't want to ruin comedy for myself, so I just have not learned that. And then I don't want to say any names, no names. But Frank and his wife do have an anniversary today. Their family got bigger, so I don't even recall what day of the week that was. I'll get around to that in the chat room stories. But I know we had to be off for a few days because I know earlier in the week Frank was like, "Hey, if the wife goes into labor, like that's it. There's just not going to be a show." And we're like, "We understand, Frank. You don't have to. We know. We know you have to be there, man. It's okay." So that happened, and the thing was, everybody was so worried that his daughter was not so worried. It's not the end of the world, but his daughter was going to have the same birthday as his brother. It's like we don't need that. We don't need this double birthday. They're like not in the same family. That gets so awkward. But she didn't. She didn't. Just full blown Virgo. I didn't think she was going to be a Libra. And oh, that's from August. I had the hardest time believing that 9 in for the month. Is it really September? Because I thought it was August like 2 days ago. That can't be right. Okay, yeah, we got the update from Zoso before his channel got yeeted. Oh, was that in 2020? I remember that. I remember what caused that. That was on Halloween. It was a day after Halloween, to be specific. Let me write that down. Thank you, Kara. Oh, and then I noticed that at Miss Shorty last night, Kara said that she's got a friend who does documentaries and mentioned that to Frank, and then Miss Shorty read that on the air. So like hopefully they'll hook up and get something done. Dandy, I remember Zoso showing up at the hospital, LOL. Yeah. I think that would be awkward to meet somebody then. I would think like the family is so distracted they just don't have the mental capacity for anything else. But I don't know. But my instinct is always to give people space and not get involved and not I always think I'm intruding, so I just like if that would have been me in the air, I'd be like, "Oh, we can reschedule. It's fine. I know you're busy." Oh, that's great. Dandy's saying that to Kara that Zoso's road trip really helped him to get through the year. That is so cool. Yeah, it's a trip meeting Frank. He's not like anybody else. I recommend it. Oh, John Rogers, that was the first show of his you watched? That is nifty. Oh, that's so cool. And as far as the show goes, Frank did his he's gonna do one I think it's the first Monday in October. He's doing his public book club, so it's just gonna be one story that we will have had read beforehand and then Frank will go over it. His book clubs seem to be about an hour long. Am I throwing things on the floor already? What fell? Nothing fell. Hold on. Where did that go? Any black hole? Oh, there it is. I forgot I can't see. So anyway, the book or the story that was chosen is Mask of the Red Death. I believe all four options are Edgar Allan Poe. All the research I did was that since that is the title I voted for because it was the most interesting one, and like one of them I already knew the Monkey's Paw, and I've seen the parody of it on Rick and Morty, so I don't need to see that again. But um, since the one that I did like one, I was talking to with it about somebody or talking about yeah, I know what I meant. Anyway, they were like, I'm pretty sure that right away they're like, I'm pretty sure Vincent Price read the audiobook for that. I was like, huh, okay, go over to YouTube, and there it was. It's like 18 minutes and change. So I've got that saved. Now I assume it's the first Monday in October, which will be the goodness, the 7th? Okay. Is that October? October 7th. Okay. So that's fine. So what Frank does for book club is the Monday show ends at like 10 minutes early, and then he does his book club stream. I just don't know what time, if that starts exactly at 9 o'clock. The only thing is, I go to another show. I'm gonna have to miss that because I do want to see this one live book club. I've never been to a book club before. Back when they were free, I didn't go because I don't can't read a whole book. I can't remember what I read either. So with the audiobook, I'll have to listen to it the day before or maybe the Saturday before, or I'm gonna forget everything I just heard. So that's just what that is. But that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be there. And to see how that goes, it'll be like a new chat room. I don't know. Are there going to be like Franklies there who never go to, quite frankly, on YouTube? I don't know what that's going to be like, but I'm kind of excited. I don't want to say excited because that could be a jinx, but I am anticipating it greatly. Put it like that. John Rogers says he has the book, but not sure if he can read it yet. Yeah, dude, just look up the audiobook. It's right there on YouTube for free. Somebody who did said they read the book, said they read the book in 2 hours. That's fine. I don't know if I can look at paper that long. Chris says after that study Frank read, I have a PSA. Read, damn it. It won't kill us. Just a paper cut or two. Or maybe try to like read just one page a day, see if I can handle the brightness or get the light just right. And because then that's the thing, it's not fun if you have to keep looking away, if you're constantly distracted. That's why I stopped reading books when I got that tinnitus, because I couldn't hold the story in my head that same way. But read and practice reading aloud, which is what I need to do. I'm terrible at reading comments. And that is such good news that Lil Wrongway's feeling better, because I'm glad she's here, because she is exactly who I was thinking of when I mentioned future guests. Because she did reach out talking about how, she does want to get the word out there about what's going on with her because she's battling an extremely rare form of breast cancer. And you know how it is with rare diseases, and then you know how it is with women. So if you're a woman, you go to a doctor, they're like, you're making it up, and then they misdiagnose you, and the next thing you know, people are standing over you at your funeral. So in the spirit of avoiding that and getting the word out there, she did reach out talking about, hey, I would like to come onto your show to just talk about what she's going through. And I was like, yeah, I mean, she knows my schedule. I was just like, hey, there's just these couple of days where I wouldn't want to do it then, but other than that, so it really depends on her, because I know how it is when you're sick. You can plan ahead all you want, but if you feel like crap, nothing happens. So it's up to her whenever she feels like coming on. We'll do that. I'll give you guys a heads up, and if you have questions or if you have any other cancer issues, bring it up then. We'll talk it out. Chalk it out, talk it out. But yeah, look forward to that. And she did call in before. She called into my first show, so you know who she is. Oh, Jenna. Oh, felt drained all day. I think because an X flare hit Earth today. Just an odd kind of a day. Yeah, but Lil, she's got a great family. She's got a great attitude about it. So I'm not like, in the long run, I know she's gonna like beat the cancer and be fine. It just sucks for right now. Just the day to day of it blows. And nobody likes dealing with hospitals. And if you don't know, and it took me 20 years to figure this out, time spent in a hospital, you do not age. So, for example, if you're sick in the hospital, for 2 years and you're 20 years old, by the time you're done with that, you're still 20. You're not 22. I know what your chronological age is, but during that time, you're just not living. You're just barely existing. And again, this I was hospitalized for not a whole year, but I did have to deal with like hospitals for a whole year. Like, my body had to learn how to walk again. Um, so, again, I was 10 years old. So then there I was sitting there at 30. Like, I didn't age for a whole year. I'm literally, like, chronologically minus 1 year because of that. And of course, nobody tells you that. Again, it took me 2 decades to realize that. So, yeah, that's nobody realizes that. So, like, I do feel bad for these people who stick their children in hospitals, like, that do have these terminal illnesses. Yes, I assume most of them do get past it and get out of there, but you do have to realize that's time that they're never going to get back. You're never going to, like, what are you going to do to yourself to make yourself age a whole year, a whole 2 years in 1 year? So, it is quite a cruel place. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Little Wrong Way says she's putting away laundry. Yeah, do your thing. You gotta, with anything, when you got the motivation to do it. Because if you're like, I'm doing something else, I'll do it in 20 minutes. Like, then you've forgotten about it. You might not get that kick in the pants to clean up, do whatever you need to do. So do it when you're thinking about it. Don't procrastinate. And I did want to say that Rumble is no longer an option for a backup chat room. I think I found that out on the 11th because doesn't matter why I found it out. I did find it out. Oh no, because that's when Frank was going to go live after Jay Gould and Ella was on. Frank was going to go live to watch the debates after that show, but he wasn't going to be on YouTube or Twitch. So I thought, hey, let's go to Rumble. I told everybody, let's go to Rumble. Go to Rumble. We'll meet on Rumble. We'll talk on Rumble. I was wrong because we get over there and it was fine for a few minutes, but then a couple of strangers had to drop some emojis in the chat room. Those are animated, and there's no way to block users similar to Pilled. So since there's no way to block that chat room is unacceptable. And furthermore, they had a problem with my last name. So fuck them in general. I'm not sorry that I crashed the website in June, and that whole website can go under as far as I'm concerned. Because this week, like twice now, I had to block this. There I am getting emails from Rumble. Like, I don't know you like that. Don't email me talking about, oh, we're blocked in this country because reasons and blah blah fucking blocked here. And basically they were just Loch Ness monstering me, trying to ask for tree fitty. Oh, but if you donate to our website, you can suck me off, Rumble. No. So that's no. So the third backup chat room as of right now is Twitter. They do have a chat room when Frank is live there. It's really small, but you get to see your avatar, you can see your handle, you can see your screen name as you type it out. Very nifty, very tiny room. So it's very much like being at the old school Ustream Zadalza. Oh, Erica, how's it going? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cry me a river. All complaining must be accompanied by violin playing. And I don't mean playing it on an app. I don't mean searching up a piece on your phone. I mean, like, get your violin and play me a song. And I wish I knew the vibrato. I want to learn violin so I can mime it just for a joke. Oof. Jenna, I felt sad today when a 30-something old lady called me an old lady. I'll circle back around and showed her what old people do. Oh, what a bitch! It's bad when you're like in your 20s and you're getting mammed. So, like, after the first couple of times, like, well, whatever. I've heard worse. Back when I was bigger, I was like 125 pounds, and somebody's like, you look like somebody's nice mama, like mother, something like that. Not mama like a girlfriend or like a sugar mama, but like somebody's mother. And I just had to say thank you. And then that person left, and I had to walk over to my coworker and be like, "How'd that man just call me fat?" So yeah, I had to start getting it together. Yeah. Kara said, "Jenna, you should have just said, I'm not cold." Ugh. You know what? She's just that old lady's just jealous because I'll do the same thing. Just to be a dick. Like call you know like somebody's 5-year-old, "Hey, you old lady, how you doing?" Or call a skinny person fat ass. You can do that just to be silly. Oh, Jenna, more power to you. She says, "I'm 60. I let my gray/white hair grow in." That's cool. I pull those out. Uh, yeah, it was around Thanksgiving of 2016. That's the first time I noticed the gray hair, and it was just long enough to like it probably started Halloween 2014 when everything fell apart. It was like just glaring at that fucker, like you would, et tu, Brute. And it's like, what do I do? Do I start dyeing my hair or do I pull them out? Because I'm not gonna sit there dyeing my hair. I used to dye my friend's hair because he always had to be blonde. His hair was naturally like a. He was like he started out ginger, then his hair turned like a darker brown. I don't know because he was dyed a blonde, so I'd help him do it. So I didn't want to smell those chemicals. I'm not gonna hurt my back hunched over. So I'm like, nope, nope, you guys are going out. And then I can't see that well, so I can't always see them. So maybe just every once in a while in the mirror, I'll pull out like one or two. Then my eyes start to hurt. So at least they show, if you're going to do that, make sure like the wall behind you is dark so you can see all those silver hairs. Oh, that's cool, Jetta. Mine started with the skunk tail on the side of my head. That's nifty. I do like that they're like they're not gray. Like they legit come in silver, but like I'm really not gonna live long enough to have my pulp head turn gray. Who knows how long that's good? It's probably my hair's gonna all fall out before it has a chance to turn gray. Let's be real. So I'm like, no, no. I would do this though. I would go the Lady Gaga Born This Way era. She was rocking like the straight up gray hair. Of course, it was fake, but it looked good on her. I'd wear wigs like that, but I don't have time to let my hair do the whole thing. Oh, Papa Groovy, nice. I will turn 55 this month, still rocking. Awesome. That's why I like my dad's hair. It's like a lighter brown than mine, but just like with these like gray streaks in it. It's very interesting. And then just like dark beard, like almost black, with just a tiny bit of gray in it. Like Matt McCat has more gray in his beard in the wintertime when he's not dyeing it than my dad does. And oh no, wait, they're roughly the same age. Never mind. I was gonna say, but my dad's this age. Is like we're all roughly the same age. Chris Hansen had an old guy show up who was almost deaf. Chris is saying. Chris asked him to have a seat. He said, "What about my feet?" Yeah, salt and pepper. Yeah. I had a neighbor, the older couple, but the guy, I mean, like he had nice hair anyway, like it had not fallen out at all, but it was like silver gray hair. So cool. It's, 90s. Very interesting look. I like how that looks. And women can pull off like a full on silver, full on white, hair. Like that looks good on ladies. But if my hair was going to go silver, I would have to cut it. And if I were to cut my hair right now, I would instantly look 50 years old. Instantly. Like I would put it down. Like, like ladies, like you let your hair down, then you just kind of hold it up to see how it would look if it was shorter, like that. Nope. And I don't have the face for short hair. You have to be very pretty to pull off short hair. Think of Audrey Hepburn. I don't like when pretty ladies have short hair, just like Hank Hill, but she can pull it off. Okay. Okay, what day was it? What was the first day of the week? It was the ninth, wasn't it? My goodness. The old man who used to walk around our town was Zeke. Chris, is that the guy who wore the headphones? Like he was always wearing jeans, skinny guy. He looked kind of short too. Like he was a guy, so like 4'11", 5 foot tall. I only ever saw the guy walking. Oh, Jenna, I bought Chick-fil-A tonight for dinner, and I fell in love with the 20-ish boy at the window. He was the most handsome guy I've ever seen. LOL. I mean, hey, you know what? He's at least 18, so you're not a pervert. And I was gonna say you could go there tomorrow, but nah, Sunday. But first thing Monday. Hey, is a hot guy working? Don't tell me his name. I already know his name. It's hot guy. That guy can serve me. He's getting a tip. Brown eyes, brown hair, and tall. That's what's up. Oh, he looks like an older Tommy Chong. Oh, is it Caladays? Okay, I might be thinking of something else. No, no, the guy I'm thinking of, his name is Leon. Yeah, yeah. He walks through. There's this guy. I haven't seen him in years, but then I haven't looked for him in years. He also walked around our town, and he always had his like Walkman, headphones, not like big ones, just little headphones on in his player. And then I forget from somebody said he was listening to the devil on his Walkman. Like I'm sure he is. I don't. Did you have to do the thing like he handed you your food? Did he walk away and then you have to kind of look at him like this? I hate when you leave, but I love watching you go. We had a guy like that at when I worked at the factory. He was gay because he walked gay, but he still, okay from the back. So, and like we'd be sitting here working, offices there, they had to walk to the back. So dude, walks around. We're all like ladies, we're all like just nonchalantly and just called him Milkshake because his milkshake brought all the boys to the yard, and then his beard worked there. Like, oh, he's dating the girl that works in the office. Sure he is. Sure he is. Drive through. I know that's right. I went to our Chick-fil-A one time. It was girls working there. The walk gay had that gay walk. They got that little twitch in the hips. First thing I noticed are teeth on guys. You kind of have to look. If they got like the bottom teeth that are dark, like they smoke cigarettes, that's not okay. Cigarettes are never okay. Cigarettes are gay. They're called fags for a reason. And I'm starting to lose count. Like it might be more than one hand of people, frankly, as I can count, who were cigarette smokers who have had heart attacks. I'm sick of hearing about that. Let me hear about that one more time this year, and I'm going off. And there's less than a month left, so don't even start. Ugh. Cigarettes are gay. That was a topic. What you want to look for, I don't know. If you want to look for somebody's age, always look around the eyes. Just any lines, wrinkle, maybe they had a tough life, not judging, but look there, all around there. Kind of surprised when Chick-fil-A is anti-gay. Yeah, I wonder if they do hire gay people. Do they have to act straight to get the job? Now, see, Matt McCat, he does smoke, catnip, but I don't believe he is a cigarette smoker. Um, because their friend Petey Face, he used to be, he used to be bigger and he used to be a heavy, not, I don't know if he was a heavy smoker, but he was a cigarette smoker. And then he had a son and he, cleaned himself up. He Drop the cigarettes. I remember posting, or like I think it was in the chat room one day. It's like, hey, it's been a year since I quit smoking. It's my, anniversary of that. We're like, oh my God, congratulations. And he dropped a lot of weight. If you watch some older hogwash stuff, you almost don't recognize the guy because he was just bigger back then. But he dropped the weight, he got it together, and he was in the chat room like last night or the night before. So that was cool. I think it was last night. Because somebody was like, who's Petey Face? What do you mean, who's Petey Face? He did the Jonas Son of a Bitch video. So I don't believe he does smoke cigarettes. So he kind of does low key come off like a vapor. I don't. That's not any better. But Jenna, they hire Christian folks. Yeah. So when you go to your Chick-fil-A interview, where you're like the biggest cross you can, like when Monty Python was in trouble and that priest wore a cross, it was literally this big, and do that. Never seen anyone gay. You know what? That makes me want to go to our Chick-fil-A and go inside and just watch people. Watch them walk, see if they're talking about Lady Gaga, see if anybody smells like, yeah, they're a boy, but they're wearing girls' perfume. I know what that's about. Papa Groovy, my hair and beard is past my man boobs. That's hot. You want your hair to cover your tits. That way you can do like the topless look, but everything's covered. That's really hot. Oh, Chris, awesome. So excited. January 2nd makes 2 years. No cigarettes or cigars. Just my weed and vape. Hells yes. Congratulations. That's a good New Year's resolution. Just cut the gay stuff. And no more cigarettes on top of that. So last night, after quite frankly, we were at Miss Shorty's channel again. It was just Frank. It was like the name of the video was like Frank Zell Obsession. That's what the thumbnail said. So like it was geared towards Frank Zell stands. But then like the actual title did have like Frank Zell colon stand or obsession. So but it was did come up like people could be in here like freaking out, asking all kinds of stand type questions, but everybody was respectful. They weren't freaking out or anything too hard. And I really was gonna make coffee and have coffee and donuts, but yesterday and the day before, it didn't happen today. But I was getting some pain in my left arm. And not like heart attack pain, but just like probably my neck needs to be adjusted, so my arm hurts kind of a thing. Uh but it was enough to, slow me down and make me stop. And and that's just because my chiropractor has not been in since I think like the 21st of last month. So things are slowly falling apart. That's about 3 weeks there. I was able to call earlier this week and leave a message, which is a step in the right direction, but um just like, hey, I got an appointment this Wednesday. Should I plan on keeping it? Feel better? And nothing back. So I'm just assuming that I worst case scenario everything. So either he comes back into the office or I never see him again. So worst case scenario, I never see him again, and I'm just spending more time on the heating pad. And then that week in October that I have to go live will feel great on my back, but that's okay. I can always rest that up the following week, and no one will have to be the wiser. And then if that is the case, and if this goes on for another week or so, I'm going to start taking the Cultivate Elevate Dragon's Blood for the inflammation. And that will help out. That stuff does help out. So that will be good. And then since I'm taking the Cultivate Elevate Pearl Powder, I will be sleeping a little bit more, and sleep is the best medicine. Erica, yeah, back pain is draining. It really is. Yeah, chronic pain ages you. Chris, I have a Frank obsession. Me too. I really do like Frank Zell, and I figured out why. I mean, like I've known why, but it's because um maybe we're all like this. We like to see things that remind us of ourselves, and that doesn't happen too often with me. But Frank, towards the end of the Frank Zell, I'm talking about, not frankincense. Frank Zell does need a nickname. But towards the end, he's talking about how, like, yeah, me and my brother thought we would have this solved within in a year. And, Frank's coming upon all this information. And he's thinking, like, I got to solve it. Me, Frank Zell, I'm the guy. I'm the only one who can do this. End of sentence. And he said it a little bit better, but I like that confidence. That's the exact same way I think, because there are a lot of things that, you look at and who else can do it? The other guy, this girl? No, only you can do it, whatever it needs to be to get done, whether it's solving a crime or um, making YouTube videos. You're the only one who can do it. Everybody else be damned. And I like that confidence, because you don't, a lot, I don't know if other people think that way. Other people, I just don't know, but I like that. Just nothing else matters except the man knows he's the only guy for the job, and he's going to do the damn thing. So I like that. I think that way. That's what it is. That thing. Just this. You can't crush the spirit of. And it's not just being cocky, just being ballsy, just like being just talking yourself up just to make yourself look good because other people are listening. Like, no, that is literally like what you think. Like, it's just me. I'm the only one who can do this. Yeah, other people can help me, but it's either going to come out through me or it's not going to come out at all. Yeah. Chris, Frank Zell is our spirit animal. LOL. Yeah. It's and the fact that you stuck with it for almost 30 years, that's mind blowing. I haven't done anything for 30 years. Close. That's even longer than my religion. It'll be what, 28 years for him on the case, and then year 25 for me next month. And something else too, because I just didn't know the stuff about Frank Zell as much as he does come on to. Quite frankly, we just don't get this kind of info. Like, we hear about the case, we don't hear about the men on the case. And he's a Christian man, but that's kind of new for him. He said he came across, started in with that when he was 30, so that would have been 2000. So that's 24 years of religion for him. That's just 1 year after I got into religion. So I never knew that before. So I got that in my head, like, wow, it's been all that time for him with God. It's been all this time for me with my gods. Okay, it's right around that area. That's nifty. And I really quickly picked up on the fact that, because it was called obsession, but being obsessed, it's like an addiction. And I know about both of those things, because I don't really do anything or get into anything unless I become obsessed with it. A great example is here recently, because my memory is so great. I can't remember where I heard certain things in Grace Still Plays videos. I just remember like the scene or the words, and that's it. I don't remember the video, the context, nothing. So there I was, going reverse chronological order through Grand Theft Auto videos from, let's say, a month ago all the way back to last January, and I found what I was looking for, and I shared it on YouTube. And it's just this piece of music and the editing and the car lands. It's perfect. And then there was something else I had to find. Sorry if that made noise. and nothing froze. Check that out. Trolling is bad most of the time, like 95% of the time it is bad. So it can be used for good things, if you're in there, because everybody knows if you want the right answer to a question, say the wrong thing and everybody will correct you. So like, like yeah, you can do that troll to get information out of people. And generally in general, you don't I mean, it's up to you. If you want to like just troll 100% of the time, you can, but you're going to have to stick to it. That's the character you're going to have to be online for the rest of your life. So you can't just be a troll for 5 years and then decide, oh, I'm going to be a legit person and ask real questions. You'll have to change your screen name and reintroduce yourself to everybody, or nobody's going to buy it. I know I wouldn't buy it. So if that's a character you want to play, you can, but it's 100% or nothing. It's like playing a TV character in the 50s. Once you're known as that character, you can't do anything else. So you have to do your future projects have to be in line with what you did on that TV show, or nobody's going to want to see you. It's the exact same thing. Just make the trolls go back under their bridge. LOL, says Chris. Or if you see somebody trolling, you can troll them back, and then they won't know which way is up, and you just feed them wrong information. So that is something you can. That like spamming is that's different. That's just like putting out information, being a spam bot that or a sex bot. That's not cool, but or a porn bot, I should say. But so like trolling, that's not just because some people do go into the chat room and they just sit there and troll the whole time. They're just like they're not hurting anybody. They're not saying anything they shouldn't say. They're not, swearing, starting fights, but just the information they're putting out there is not legitimate. And it's okay if that's what they want to talk about. But, I see the same person making the same type of comments. It's like, I'm not going to be taking you very seriously because this is your shtick and it's not funny. So I'm just like I'll read your comment, but I'm not going to riff off of what they're saying because I know they're a troll. So there is a lot of times in the chat room where like I could riff off of something somebody is saying, or like I will think of a funny line because of what somebody said. But then if it's just a troll, like I'm not going to feed them by playing their game, so I just have to let those comments go by. I am a sex bot. Beep boop. Is that Chris? Is that a reference to oh, what's her name? I follow her on Twitter. I feel so bad. Gina. She's an Aries from the Star Wars thing. More power to her. Yeah, that's great, Jenna. I found a person's YouTube channel who I have a history with, so I pretend to be someone else and ask stupid questions. Is that trolling? Yeah, kind of. A little bit. It's having fun too. It's always interesting when you're talking to them and they don't realize who you are. So like, yeah, see, like that's okay. You're not hurting anybody. It's not like you're sitting in there talking about, well, their address is this, their favorite food is this, that their car is this. You're not doxing them, being a dick like that. But that's okay. That would be like if I were to, I don't know if I would have this kind of time, but say, like I saw like an ex-boyfriend started up a channel, and I did have an alternate screen name, which I don't. I'm Nikki M Carlin everywhere. But like in that case, like you have to be careful because are you asking a question about something only you two know about? Like you have to gauge how vague to be. It kind of depends how much free time you have, how much you want to F with somebody, and whether or not you're doing it for malicious reasons. Like if it's just to have fun, have a little LOL, that's okay. But like don't do it mean spirited. That's not cool. It just don't be that guy. Kara, I'm dealing with the troll with 20 accounts, praises herself, gaslights, insults. I'm so over it. Yeah, like that kind of person needs a life. They need hobbies, like how worthless is your time that you've got time to sit there and make, and then like are all the screen names wildly different, or is it like random guy 1, random guy 2, random guy 20, or like do they go out of their way to make different, wildly different names so it doesn't sound like them? Like what else could you be doing with your time? Carrot, yeah, yeah, depends on the troll. Some can be funny, others not so much. Yeah. Jenny, yeah, I haven't done anything yet. Wouldn't be mean because they blocked me, so no, no sense. Yeah. What you can do if they're praising themselves, go ahead and praise them back. Oh, you're right. You're so wonderful. You're so beautiful. I love the way you did this. Like act like a stan. Overinflate their ego. Cause see if they fall for it. Cause some people like flattery gets you everywhere with them. Like they fall for it. Like they fall over like a feather. And it's because they need those words because they have low self-esteem. When I get praise, first of all, I'm not good with compliments. I was not raised with compliments, and then I wasn't really taught manners. I had to learn them from TV. So my instinct to say thank you was not good. So that kind of throws me off. And then so when I do start get compliments, it's my first thought. It depends who it's coming from, but a lot of the times my first thought is, what do you want? Depending on the person, I gauge the sincerity. Which I don't know, maybe it's a safety thing, but I do have to be careful of that just because I do show up and quite frankly with a blue handle. So people, again, sometimes people will tag you in every post. Sometimes people are like they're saying things, they're directed at you, but they're not tagging you, or like they'll like Niki, like they spell your name wrong somehow. And I don't know if they're starting a fight. Like they're allowed to have their opinion, but I'm not gonna sit there and fight with them about. So you do have to think about, like, yeah, you're getting like LOLs, but like, am I getting laughs because I'm funny, or is this just like praising a famous name? So you kind of have to gauge every single reaction. I do. Maybe I'm just a little bit too cautious. Carrot, yeah, I think innocent trolling is okay, but with intentions to hurt others, another kind of troll, yeah. Like you don't want to bully people. Don't be a dick. Like, oh, I bet you beat your wife and your kids. Oh, I bet you don't pay your car insurance. I bet you don't take your trash out. It's like screw you, man. Why are you talking about this guy's personal life? Fuck off. Like, if you want to troll somebody on the internet, troll their content. You don't have to get personal. She was a co-mod with me, praising herself for being the best mod on YouTube. LOL, Kara. Ooh, that's terrible. Voted her off. The tribe has spoken. Yeah, ugh. Now, what does everybody think about me? What do you think about me? It's like, fuck you. I didn't ask you. You sound boring as fuck, man. Shut up. Jenna, I have a dry sense of humor. That's good. I love a dry sense of humor. I wish my sense of humor was drier. I love when what I cannot talk tonight. Where did I go that I forgot English? I like Frank's super dry sense of humor. He'll say something that's diabolically funny and just like his lip doesn't turn up a bit. He doesn't crack a smile. His face doesn't change at all, and it's devastating. Oh, Kara. Oh, yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, trolling with Shorty, saying nasty things to her. That sucks. Oh, Dragon Sage, what's up? How's it going? How's your Saturday? Is it still Saturday? Yeah, and smash the like button if you haven't already. I had to watch. Yeah, there were a lot of Capricorns in that chat room too at Miss Shorty. How did that start? One girl said she's like, I'm into astrology, and I'm like, well, I am too. I'm a Capricorn, and so is she. And then it's like we had two other Franklies there who I knew were Capricorns, and then maybe two or three other people from Miss Shorty's chat room who were also Capricorns. It's like, okay, like is everybody here born in December and January? What's going on? And then there were like the Sagittarius and Pisces and no Aquarius for some reason. But it's like is everybody born in like the North American winter around here in that chat room? That was so odd. Listening while driving, sweet. Have a great trip. I love driving. Yeah, it was just Frank Zell on. I guess Jim Zell was doing other. Well, actually, no, because there was a James Zell in the chat room. It's like, oh my God, there's Jim. So I guess there's really a James, which is awesome. I like the name James. And he just popped in to kind of say hi. He wasn't in there like chatting with us. I don't know if he was like working or doing other stuff or what he has to do when he's not being interviewed, but quite frankly. But he popped into the chat room for a minute. But I think with Frank Zell, it is tough. And he does talk about how when he is just trying to like just sit back and relax and chill, how his just thoughts just automatically go to the case. No matter what he's doing, he tries to chill out. That's where his thoughts go. His thoughts don't go to any other thing other than the case. So that's rough. Did not know that, but that kind of reminds me of addiction because your mind always goes back to it. Like, hey, you could be getting high right now. Hey, how much money's in your wallet? You could go out and get some stuff. Like, hey, why don't you clean up your pipe and then pack it up? And like it's just what the only thing you think about is just that. Dragon Sage on his way to the backyard fire. Hell yeah. So I didn't realize it was quite like that because my mind can wander on other things, but it's generally not onto the exact same topic every single time. So that's a tough one. And oh, good. Oh, Laura, what? Yeah, still listening with her earpiece on. Absolutely, yeah. Get the work done when you feel like it. Yeah, get up in the morning. Well, I take my caffeine pill and I can pretty much get moving. And then after about an hour, I lie down, maybe get a little bit more stuff done. And then after the first 2 hours, I'm tired for the rest of the day. Oh, Jenna. I dated a criminal defense attorney, and when a case came up, he stayed focused on that only. Yeah, you kind of have to. Ugh, that's a lot. And just like what's involved with it, it's just dealing with the worst kind of people doing the worst kind of things to children. And it is tough. Like, I wouldn't wish that kind of a life on somebody to be just that obsessed on something so negative, but it's for a reason, it's for a purpose, it's to get the truth out there, and it is tough, but it's something only Frank Zell and Jim Zell can do. Like nobody else can do this. Nobody else has the information they have. Nobody has worked this hard on it for this long. So they're the guys. I mean, there's nobody else can do it for them. Like they might be able. I don't even know if they can help out with it because they're brothers. How are they gonna like get into the groove or the way those two guys work together? And you just I don't see how that would happen. And then Miss Shorty's talking about how I don't know exactly how this came up. I might have to listen to it again, but something about how like this is all coming to an end as far as I'm not sure as far as what, like as far as how much information there is to find because you can have all the information in the world, but it's you can't exactly start dropping names for for legal reasons, for safety reasons. So but the fact she was talking about this coming to an end and then she's asking Frank about what he would do after this. and he kind of has not planned for it because this has just been, 30 years of his life almost. But all you really end up doing is you just move on to the next obsession. That's what I do. Because, like I say, I found that one Grace Still Plays video. Then it took me another 3 months to find the last one that I posted, which is something from 5 years ago that he said. That it's been stuck in my head for 5 years, and I found it. But then after I found it, what do I do after that? I don't have any other, I can't think of any other sound bites I'm looking for of Grey's. So what do I do? Because most of my time is spent watching Grey Still Plays. I watch it when I'm happy. I watch it when I'm upset and can't get out of bed. He has a soothing voice. So I do watch a lot or listen to it when I can't look at the damn screen. And so I kind of don't know. That was earlier this week maybe, so I'm kind of stuck. Like, what do I do? I know what I should be doing with my time, but what will I be doing with my time? So what I have been doing is going back to his earliest videos because he has playlists, and I'm watching those, and I haven't liked them yet, so I know I haven't watched them. I don't recognize them. That's before I didn't find his channel immediately. It took a couple years, so I've been doing that, but I think that's just filling space. I need to fill my free time with something more productive, but I am learning, so it's not a bad thing. But if one obsession ends, you will naturally find another one to take its place. That's if you have an obsessive personality, if you have an addictive personality, you will find something else to take its place. You might not know what it is today, but you'll find it. You'll figure it out. You'll slip right into it. You'll be obsessed. All right, on cue. How's it going? How's your Saturday? Jenna, that guy, yeah, would have made an awful husband. Yeah, ugh, that would suck. Carrot was tough to listen to how this case hurt his heart, impactful to his everyday life. Yeah, that was rough. I didn't know about any of Frank Zell's health issues. He seems like a healthy guy to me. I would not have known that. So yeah, but he's okay now. He's healthy. He doesn't smoke and drop the gay stuff, so he's okay. Moon Bunny, hell yeah, I killed my autocorrect a couple weeks ago. Yeah, just go into your phone settings. I don't know exactly where it is. You can search it, like just type in the model of phone you have, like turn off autocorrect, and it will show you how to turn off autocorrect. Like keep that little suggestion, like it'll show you an incorrect word, but get that autocorrect off of there. That's AI. Carrot, yeah, I think Frank Zell needs closure of exposure. Yeah. Like, imagine if we could have all of this information come out and have people know the truth. Because there are folks even in the chat room, Miss Shorty's chat room, they're like, the parents let the daughter be hurt. Like they're hearing this for the very first time. And all we know about the case is what we heard on the news for all those years. And Frank Zell even said, like, you just got to forget everything you know about this case. And that's how I go into it, because it was everywhere in the late 90s. But dealing with the Zells, I try to forget about everything I know and just focus on what the information they've given us. And that makes things a lot clearer. Carrot, yeah, I hope they publish a book soon. I bet finding investors is the hard part because of the powers that be who will keep them tangled in legal strife. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. I mean, I know you can publish independently, but then as far as distribution goes, you do need to advertise it. Yeah. Moon Bunny, yeah, seriously, I know how to spell. Say a lot of time I'm abbreviating and end up fighting with it, and that's so annoying. Yeah. Oh, actually, the one time I look up at the Miss Shorty stream because it's so bright it hurts my eyes. I've got to like play it, and then like I'll lay down on the heating pad with my eyes covered up. But the one time I look up, it's when It was a comment I made, and there was a typo. I was like, I know all the Franklies have hit the like button, and I do this a lot, and I catch myself. But I spent like L-I are both capital and K-E are both small. Like the I does not need to be capital. Like couldn't see it at the time, or I would have fixed it. And then there it was on the screen. Like, oh, fuck, just get it off the screen. Go to the next comment. Why can't I still see it? Ah, but it's fine. Nobody else is going to notice that except me. It's fine. It was spelled properly. It was just not capitalized correctly. Much love to all. The show must go on. Absolutely. Take it easy, Papa Ruby. Yeah, the show must always go on. And Frank Zell, yeah, he always knew we'd solve the case. And then, yeah, it just reminded me of like how things are kind of sort of wrapping up with him in the case. And it's sort of like one life is ending and he might have to start like a new life as far as investigating a new case, so that's intimidating. So that made me just, I'm just trying to make parallels to myself, so that sort of reminds me of like 2013, 2014, when I still had a life, still had things going on, and I just did not realize everything was just going to end so abruptly. So, but I'm glad he can see that there's an end in sight, because I my insight was that I could not see anything. I did not know what that was. Yeah, I can't see the Zells book in a Scholastic magazine, Chris is saying. Yeah. I just want Frank Zell to narrate the audiobook. I'm there for that. Oh, Kara, my pet peeve with autocorrect is that it gets U/U apostrophe RE mixed up. LOL. I'm like, really? My thing with the spelling suggestions is it'll give me the red squiggly line under a word that is correct. It's like, dumbass, you don't know that word? You can look it up faster than I can. And then Frank Zell did mention he has trouble sleeping. So I mentioned this on the show. I had to DM it to him while he was live, but I mentioned I gave him a link to the Cultivate Elevate Pearl Powder, because that worked so, it works too well, is what it does. So maybe, I don't know if he's going to take it. Maybe that could help out. Yeah, you cannot listen to anything you heard on the news about this case. So anything, again, that you do think you know, if you watched any documentaries, just know that they're wrong. The Zells are right. I hate it when it doesn't capitalize. I wish it knew to, like, if I do a colon and then hit space, it should know that the very next letter should be capitalized. It should know if I hit, you know what, one thing it does do, I have to watch this. Maybe this is a YouTube thing, but because I'll tag somebody, and it's usually not part of a sentence. It's usually like tag and then sentence. But if it's part of a sentence, like tag, as if like their name is the first word in a sentence, it would capitalize the first word that I actually am typing, so that it's grammatically, capitalization wise, it is incorrect, and that pisses me off so bad. Like you would not, but like a Kara sentence there, my pet peeve. Like you wouldn't capitalize, okay, the M in my is capital, that's correct. You wouldn't then capitalize the P in pets and then have the rest of the sentence look the way it does. Like that's incorrect, and that's what YouTube is effectively doing. It's bad enough I can't put a comma after the name. Like, don't get me started on that. But then that capitalization, just like that's two things you're pissing me off about grammar, YouTube. I can't stand it. Getting some weird audio issue. I'll be right back. Over. Guess I don't need to block the light anymore because it is dark AF and it's just turned at 20:15 or 8:15 p.m. Ugh. So there's a ton of great information in that last Miss Shorty episode with Frank Zell. I took a lot of notes. And there's a lot of good information in there. And then next week, well, it kind of sounded like things were gonna be wrapping up, like that was gonna be the last episode. And folks in the chat room are like, "No, we need more." So they are both of them are going to be on next week talking about the church, the St. John's Church, getting deeper into that because I kind of had to gloss over it more in prior episodes. But they're going to be doing a deeper dive into it next Friday. Oh, Jenna says there's almost a full moon. Archie's ghost saying there's going to be a partial eclipse. Whoa, no way. We just had a solar eclipse in April. And then I did ask if there was going to be a musical episode. They said no. And then I think it was Miss Shorty suggested turning the camera on so we can see Frank's cat, Cooper. So like maybe I mean he can do that. He could just like film, like just point the camera at the cat for the whole interview, or if the cat's sleeping, just angle the camera at the cat for 2 hours, and that would be fine. Oh, that's good. Jenna said, I just found out that you can take old flags to a VFW. That's good. Because isn't it after it gets like frayed, you're not supposed to display it? It's there's rules for flying a flag. You don't just stick it up there in all weather like some people do. Uh, right on cue. No, I don't do anything with needles, so I couldn't. I mean, if you got the shot, then you have it, and then you've got a 10-year countdown timer over the top of your head, just like when somebody casts death sentence on you in the G Cave behind Cosmo Canyon in Final Fantasy VII. I know that's a very specific reference. That's an enemy skill. You can get it later on. Um, okay, yeah, right on cue. It could just be a cold. I mean, the last time I got sick, it was like August of 2018. So like out of season colds do happen. That's why my chiropractor's out of the office. He did well, like he had gotten sick a few years ago, and then just him being a doctor, he's got the shot, and then ever since he did, he's had health problems. Like he had an elbow injury from college, and all of the scar tissue went away, so that's was bothering him again. Teeth issues earlier this year. Now he's been out of the office, so yeah. But like let's see, got that's why he kind of poisoned himself. But it could just be a cold, just a fall cold. Cause the weather's been so wonky. It will be like freezing outside. It was like 59 degrees one morning when it went out, and then other days it's just like sweating and just like it's like 85 degrees in the room, and it's just and humid. So it could be the weather messing with you, but it's probably just a cold. As long as you don't like live with anybody who's, I mean, you can live with people who got the shot, just don't be eating their food, don't do anything that would cause you to swap fluids with them, like no kissing, don't eat their food, don't touch, just try not to touch them, don't let them sneeze on you, and anything like that. It's, I mean, if you've seen The Walking Dead, you know how to deal with zombies. Chris is saying my freak flag flies, even worn and shredded. Nice. Jenna, my dad got a skin condition after his third shot. Ugh. Right on cue. Yeah, same with people I work with. They're all jabbed up to the hilt, and most are having weird health problems. Jenna, you yelled at your dad. Good for you. Chris, yeah, text to speech is stuff's as bad as autocorrect. Text to speech doesn't put in any punctuation. Jenna, yeah, I don't like to be around folks who have the jab because they're shedding. Yeah, like literally the only person I go around is my doctor. I don't kiss the man or anything like that. Jenna, oh, severe leg cramps, body aches was the only thing different than the run of the mill cold you're experiencing. Yeah. Yeah, double tap, John Rogers says. Yeah, it could just be a summer cold. With the weather changing, it's normal to kind of feel like my body always thinks I'm catching a cold when the weather gets cold because I have to wear more clothes when I'm inside. It's like, no, it's just cold outside. My body's like, we're getting sick, right? We're gonna get under the covers. We're gonna have chicken soup. It's like, no, we're not. We're gonna watch Grace Still Plays and we're gonna go to the show. Yeah, I think that's what people use the term brain fog for. Is that like a side effect of the shot? Jenna asking, is that true that the Red Cross won't accept blood from jabbers? Yeah, now they were taking Vax blood before, so the blood supply has tainted, and now after it's been tainted, they say they won't take their blood. But again, once the supply is tainted, it's tainted, and you can't trust hospitals either. Can't taste either. That's just a cold, right on cue. That's just a cold. Don't let the news fear porn you. That's just a cold. It's normal to lose your taste when you are sick. Yeah, no vax. Some relatives tested positive, so I'm fairly certain it was. Uh, Chris, all the vax people wanted us non-vaxxers to stay away. Now we want them at a safe distance. Serve at 1 block away from me. You've got the jab. I think that's a problem for the sharks. They need to eat too. Yeah, so last week I was talking about how, yeah, Frank's only going to go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays because Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he's got to do Light to Dark with Tracy Bean. So there's no way he would do a live show between 9 and 11 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then that was on Saturday. And then Monday, Frank goes live. So there's no pattern, FFS. And where was that? It must have been on Instagram. You know, you can still get a cold. Colds still exist. I don't think the flu ever existed. That's just a bad cold. And Monday was a story somebody called in or wrote in talking about when they were a kid, they squeezed all of the toothpaste out of the tube, and then they had to have it put in a Tupperware container to get their toothpaste out for like a month, and then they had no regrets about it. I like that. Because one thing I did do when I started, you know, got a job, was making my own money. Something I always wanted to do when I was a kid, and I couldn't because it was, not my money. But I was working, I could do this no matter how silly it was. This is what I did. Went to the store and I got just like the box of the tin foil. I don't know how many feet it is. It's a little square, it's like however big it is, it's like a foot wide. So I got one of those, opened it up, and I just started rolling it up into a ball, rolling it up into a ball, the whole fucking thing. So I had a basketball size just wad of tin foil, and I was so proud of myself. I don't know how long I kept it around. Of course, I don't still have it, but I always wanted to do that when I was a kid. God damn it, I did it. That was fun. You have to do stuff like that. Jenny, hospitals are scary, Jenna. They are. That's why I have a bad back today. 'Cause surgeons, DGAF, they have a license to kill. Oh, Jenna's saying sorry, Kara is saying I made a tea with whole grapefruit. Seemed to help. Yeah, can't trust hospitals. Don't be unconscious around people you don't know. You know the rules. Oh, and then Monday, that's what Pete was back in the chat room. I didn't know what happened to him because he came to a few shows. Like I think it was his birthday. He was not around in June, but he's back. He just had some internet issues, so he's been around again. He's been on Twitter, so he's okay. Erica, oh, think I picked cooties from hospital appointments, surrounded by lunatics. Ugh. Yeah, they are crazy in there. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, that was when Jake Lanella was on. That is always fun when Jay's on. He's a funny guy. Erica said, yeah, to right on cue. Worked as an RN in hospitals. Stay away. Right. Oh, Jenna says, don't touch curtains in the hospital because they carry MRSA. I don't know what that is, but it can't be good because it's in a hospital. Oh man, hospital stories. Yeah, no more Rumble, but that's okay. Low key getting, I don't want to say excited, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the chat rooms again when I do tour around next month. That's going to be fun. Yeah, Wednesday. That's when it was. That we had a morning sickness. Matt was on, Matt Christensen, and Jeremy Rise. And that was when us, Frank had one day, a week or so ago, Frank came on the air and we could not see Lorelai. So I mentioned it to him. I forget if I DM'd him or not, but it was out. No, I think I had to because it wasn't like the first 2 minutes. I was becoming physically upset. I've got to be able to. The shot needs to be correct, and it was not correct. So I messaged Frank. He turned the camera, he fixed it, and it was fine. I couldn't quite see the full pyramid salt lamp that he has. So then Wednesday, Frank comes on, and you could see just the tiniest little bit on the edge of his screen, like we could see the edge of his monitor. And of course, Frank uses white mode. That's not okay. But like, I don't know what he's looking up on that screen. I don't know if it's going to be a spoiler. I don't know if that's like the screen with the donkey porn. I don't know. So I took a screenshot. I'm like, hey, we can see just a tiny bit of your screen, just saying. And then the next night he had fixed it. You go look at the Thursday show, the camera's right where it should be. It's perfect. So I'm like, yeah, teamwork. That's how the magic happens. So I was glad of that. So the chat room, not the chat room, but the screen for quite frankly, the camera is correct. And if you look, because it gets darker early now, especially if he's got a guest on like Matt, you can see the reflection in the glass in the window, so you can sort of see what's going on over Frank's left shoulder. And he's got a good camera, so it's easy to make out. Are Nikki and Frank related? Not that I know of. No. I just found the show one day and started showing up. Now we're right around this. Now I do have a friend I grew up with that is exactly 2 days younger than Frank, like same year and everything, both into politics. But last I knew, this guy was going towards the left way of thinking. Yeah. Then he said something stupid and I had to unfollow him. He went to college. I don't know why he's this dumb, but he's like, why would they say something on the news if it wasn't true? All right, on cue. You make me belly laugh every episode. Oh, thank you. Frank and Matt were killing me on Friday. It's that kid. I say kid. Anybody younger than me is a kid, but that guy just I can tell stories about him because I haven't said his name, but yeah. Maybe I'll get into that because I can, certainly talk about stuff from my past and, not say names. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast that are, I don't know if they're funny stories, but they just kind of stand out. What? Oh, cool. Erica saying, found Frank from Lance Lucifer. He's also a Frankly. Lance and I followed a funny German back in 2017. Whoa, that's forever. Mockingbird. Whenever I see Mockingbird, I think of the Eminem song. And that's a song I can only listen to when I am at my lowest. I don't listen to it casual. I would like to learn that song. I think I would have so much power over me if I could learn it. But I get so far and I just break down. So I'd have to be like devastated, like the times when like you're so bad you're just lying on the ground, like can't even get up, that kind of depressed. So I don't hear it very often, but every time I see that word, I think of that song. It's like, I'm okay though. Yeah, Matt's laugh. Matt has the best cat laugh. Oh man, and like he couldn't stop on Friday. They moved on to another topic. He was still laughing about it. I might have to go back and watch that. I was screaming at my TV. Oh my god. And then like when Frank starts to lose it and his voice gets high, I'm just done. It was too much. Jenna, first time I ever saw Frank laugh hard. Oh, it was so good. Like it when Matt's on, he will those two will get going. Oh my goodness. Jay's a funny guy. Whenever he's on, I don't want to say like always a comedian or anything, but like at least once an episode, he's always on it. Yeah, Matt's head on the table. Like at one point, you look up and all you see is the top of their heads and their ball caps looking down because they're just devastated. They're laughing so hard. Oh my god, I love that kind of laughing where you're just like you can't stop. That happens to me in the chat room. So that's what you can't get that even from Tumblr regularly. You just have to be there in the moment. Oh, that was so fun. But yeah, Thursday, that's when we had Leo Zagami on the show. And he hasn't been on in so long, I've forgotten. Was his background always that bright? And I guess he's in California too, but oh my god. And then Frank was wearing his white V-neck shirt, his default shirt. And then Leo gets on there. And he's a great interview. Love his accent. He's Italian. And what they do, I picked up on this. I haven't picked up on this before. They they pronounce like one syllable words as two syllables. Like I'm hearing it now, so it was not too hard to pick up on once I turned my ear to that. I'm surprised because all I could do was listen to it because I was sitting there with my hat on. So I couldn't look at Leo, even though he looked nice. Like he had his shirt kind of unbuttoned. He wasn't wearing a tie. It was hot. It was like his shirt was unbuttoned, but not in a slutty kind of way. Like just a bit. I don't call the man a slut or anything, but he was a tastefully unbuttoned. Let's put it that way, because he's always well dressed. But I just had to glance a few times because again, hat on, couldn't see anything, just heard it. So that's why I was able to pick up on his accent. And then when I looked at the screen, I kind of lost it. So just listening to him, I could understand him better than watching him. Could have been the bright light, because sometimes, like when I can't see, I can't think. It's the same tactic that they use when you see in the. I'm assuming people haven't been arrested, so on the crime drama shows when they're interrogating the guy and they got to shine the light in his face and not give him any water or any bathroom breaks. Like it's the same thing. That's why I'm blind now. I had to do my last job like that for 3 years with lights in my face. He had his little U.S. flag pin. Great look. He had some great information too. He said that I don't know how he came across this, but he said it's kind of like the doors open up. Like it makes perfect sense now. Him saying this. Why didn't I put this together? I'm a smart person. It's like maybe I knew this, but nobody ever put it into words. But then he just flat out said it. Archie, yeah, I can't think if I have to pee. Yeah, I cannot. And they say you're a better liar when you have a full bladder, and I think that's why you're just saying whatever you can so you can get to the bathroom. Kara J, I always want to extend his name. Yeah, you can call I call him Jupiter, but you can call him like any other J name. He can be Justin, he can be Jimothy, Jebediah, Jeremy, Jane. Any other J name you want to use except Jay. Kara, I watch police body cam videos. The only body cam video I've watched was when that cop shot at his own car because an acorn fell on it. Jenna, many girls would pee themselves. Oh my god, that's terrible. Oh, Kara's saying she found Frank from Tracy Beans way back. That's awesome. A lot of folks follow or find, quite frankly, through other shows. That's nifty. It's just that because I'm so bad with names, I wish Frank would put like the face of the guest that comes on because sometimes I recognize the name, sometimes I don't. All I know is the face. And again, after, this many years, still some things just don't click. Oh, Archie's Ghost saying, I meant to tell you, I remembered the name of the podcast that Kevin Collar was from. Oh, okay, cool. Pardon me. But what Leo said was that uh, uh, Baphomet, I think I'm saying that right, Baphomet is Mohammed. And then now I need to just go back and look at everything I saw before because now that he said that, it just makes sense. So that kind of blew my mind. I really do. I'm gonna put a star next to that, so I do look up that up later. Yeah, it just kind of makes sense. What else would it be? Oh, Lisa, hey, what's up? Hey, all, just here for a few minutes. Oh, that sucks. I'm suffering with an intestinal bug or food poisoning. Oh, while dealing with a water situation. Ooh, miserable Saturday. Ugh. Probably got sick and tired of dealing with all that damn water. You're getting stomach ache. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, let's see. Food poisoning. Well, definitely try smoking out on the balcony. Hmm. I haven't had food poisoning in a minute. I think one of the last times I got it was on one of my New Year's days, and I was so pissed off about that. I was having such a great day. I went to eat at the restaurant that I liked, had a great meal. Then later that night, you just feel like an elevator hits the last floor, and you're like, why am I so tired? And then you spend that evening taking extra trips to the bathroom. Oh, that's why. Maybe those hot dogs from 7-Eleven were not a good idea. Never been back to a 7-Eleven, and this was before I met you guys, so this was over 10 years ago. Archie's Ghost, it is No Prisoners production. Ooh, I like that name. Like, we are not fucking around in here. Jenna, the black girls in the hood are funny as heck. Yeah, I mean, like, I watched Cops back in the day. I don't watch them doing their jobs now. No Prisoners Productions. With S's at the end. Plural. Right on. It says it's interesting how many bugs there are going around here in Oregon. There are like 5 things, CV-19, strep, and other crap, all at the same time. I mean, it is fall, so it is the time of year for people to catch colds, so don't be surprised about that. And then if you have a lot of people in your area who are not native to this country, of course, they're all disgusting because they have like 50 points, in their IQ. So they're not cleaning themselves up. So that's how that can happen. Again, just don't swap fluids with them. Don't be kissing strangers. That's how Frank gets sick every spring. And that's when Frank was trying to remember that the guy who the masseuse who tried to wanted to massage him, but it really wasn't that gay. It didn't start to get suggestive until we started to think about it more at the time. But it was he wanted a guy named Herman wanted to massage Frank, and Frank was going to get Hermanized. But this other guy called in named Herb, and Frank's like, "Are you the guy who offered to massage me?" And Herb's like, "Well, I don't know." And we're in the chat room like, "How would you not know? How would you not remember you offered to do that to another man?" And I was like, "Well, maybe he just says so much weird stuff to people on phone calls he just can't remember." Hermanize. I should have remembered like Pee Wee Herman. Now I want that guy to call back in. Are you Herman? Jenny, yes, school in session, lol. Yeah, those kids going back to school, they are going to get each other sick because they don't wash their hands either. Yeah, Lisa, yeah, take it easy. Feel better. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, they used to sell this stuff I could smoke out on the balcony that cured stomach aches, but they don't sell it anymore. Oh, Crystal Pistol, how's it going? How's your Saturday? Smash that like button if you haven't already. I was gonna kind of say, we'll stop if Frank goes live, but he has again an anniversary today, so I don't think he will. I'm just checking my notifications. No, there's Gray from when he went live at 4:31 p.m., so I haven't seen that video yet. It's okay. He'll wait for me. And then Matt mentioned he's like, you is saying to Frank like, what you don't see shadow people? And Frank's like, no. Matt's like, yeah, you just look up and they're in the corner of your eye or something like how he explained the way he sees, shadow people. And at first I was just gonna make fun. I'm like, well, okay, well all cats can see spirits. That's all that is. But um, then I started to think about it more because this will happen to me in stores. Where like, yeah, when I'm around the house, I will notice like something, like down around what like the floorboards moving. Like I'll know like if any of my deceased cats are around me, I know it's one of them. So that's not too creepy. I just don't know exactly who it is. But what I do have happen, like this will happen in grocery stores, is because when I shop, I go early in the morning because I don't want to deal with people and noises and standing in line and just all the nonsense. I want to get my gear and go. So I do go early. The stores are not very crowded, and I will, the aisle I want to go down to, that's where everybody is. But sometimes I will just like pass somebody. Just you go around the end cap, you just you go past the person. But then like there's something weird about them. Like they don't look weird, smell weird, move weird, but there's just something about them that makes you think I need to look back at this person for whatever reason, and you go back and look and they're just not there. Like the only place they could have gone was down an aisle. If they went another place in the store, you would see them. They're not, it's not a midget. It's a full size human, somebody taller than me. But like I'll go back and look around that aisle. They're not there. They're not anywhere around. They're not, like, a human cannot move fast enough with a grocery cart to have gotten away from me that quickly. I didn't even make eye contact with them with the first time. They don't know I'm looking for them. So it's like, did I pass a ghost? Did I, like, I don't see dead people or anything like that. I don't have schizophrenia. Um but like a human can't move that fast. Like why did that person just disappear without a trace? And you know what? I'm not going to think about it. I just know I can see things like that. Let me just get my gear and go. I don't have time to stand here on this aisle looking for somebody I don't know. Hey, stranger person, are you still around? Are you a ghost? Can you say hi to some people for me? I got a list. What's your name? So, like, that happens to me. But then again, I don't go out many places. Grocery store portals, LOL. Yeah, I mean, mini black holes are a thing. But then why does this always happen? Like, is that what it is? Because I go to the store, I go to shop, and the entire shelf is full of every single last item that they could possibly have to be in stock, except for the one thing I need, and it's right there. Like, is that it? There's some wild body cam on YouTube, Kara saying. I bet. Yeah, don't get in trouble in Florida. They said all they sell all the body cam footage. Well, they gotta deal with Florida, man. Of course they're gonna want to put that out there. Arkansas, Ohio, New Mexico, Florida, Georgia. I did see a chart of the United States talking about the places you're most likely to get a ticket, and one of them was like Ohio, and it's like, yeah, if I leave, if I hit Huron between there and Elyria, there's cops, and then you really don't see them very much until you get up near Lakewood on Route 2. So you can, so like the area where you get off of 8090 in Elyria, you can speed through there. If you don't see a cop, sometimes they're around, not really. And last I knew, they have a Big B coffee over there. We have a Big B coffee. They're expensive, but if you want to spend $6.75 on a large Neapolitan, they will hook you up. So yeah, shadow people, I think that's a real thing. And it would be, maybe if I walked around, like, I don't go any other places. Where else could that happen? That wouldn't happen like in a park, because you can see everywhere around. People are not just going to disappear like that. Oh, Crystal, that sucks. I have 3 speeding tickets, all from Ohio. I live in PA. Oh, damn. They're probably looking for the license plate. That's one thing where I used to work. It's sort of down one of the main drags, and a lot of people who worked there were not from this town. They were from out of town, so they would be rushing to work and getting speeding tickets. So fucking cops. Crystal, yeah, they like people from out of town, yeah. Especially this time of year, I'm quick to notice an out of town plate. Like, is that California? I'm ready to turn my high beams on them. Like, oh, okay. And then Frank's Zoom has been like not picking up calls. He'll look at his calls. He'll have all these missed messages. I don't know what that's about. So if you have tried to call into the show this week, last week, and it hasn't gone through, maybe Frank needs to reset it, something, reboot it. It's just been acting up lately. So it's not you, it's his equipment. Don't take it personally. I'm sorry. Jenna Trooper Bird with a Y is the best. Oh, he's from Arkansas. Okay, yep. Every DUI in South Florida is for sure on YouTube. Oh man, all those Florida people. That's what it was. Frank Zell said that he was going to be moving soon, and they didn't say where, for safety reasons. I assume it's in the U.S. But somebody's like, yeah, Frank Zell ought to move to Florida. It's like, that'd be awesome. Frank Zell's a Florida man. Oh my God, that's the last dude you'd want to fuck with. Bitch slapping gators across the state. Oh, and then some this has been happening lately where like children are calling into, quite frankly. And one kid we knew, his name's, well, I don't want to say his name, but he's 8. That's why I'm not saying his name, but he's called into the show before, and he sounds very almost professional and talking about his mom's brother, like he doesn't know the word for uncle, like he's too busy doing things and building with Legos. I don't know what 8-year-olds do. But then last night, another like guy calls in, he lets his kid on the phone to talk to Frank, and Frank's like, hey, don't say the words I say. Do your friends watch the show? Well, good. I'm glad they don't. I might be paraphrasing, but then he's kind of getting around to, like, he stops talking to the kid. He talks to the dad again. He's like, well, how much does he weigh? And then it's like you can tell Frank's slowly gauging like how he could, if he could beat this kid up in his class. And then Matt, Matt's thinking the same thing. Matt's talking about, look at these fingers. He's got real, thick, fingers. He's got, cat paws. It's like a third grader doesn't stand a chance. Oh, they spent like the last half hour of the last show, and quite frankly, they were just dying laughing. And I forget exactly what it was. It was like a picture. No, it was that picture of, is it Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the cat, and then that's what was cracking up Matt. He could not hold himself together for nothing. Like Frank was cracking up, Matt was cracking up. It just would not stop. The last half hour of that show, at least, is the best. Oh, it was too good. And then there was somebody else in the quite frankly chat room. She's like, "Oh man, Frank's got too many colors on his background. That's too much." I'm like, "Yeah, it is a little bit much." And I was like, "Well, you should have been here last night when Frank was wearing white and the guest had a bright background and a white shirt." And I was like, I didn't see nothing." So it sounds like there's, I'm not the only person with terrible vision out there. So more power to whoever that was. I should have mentioned the Cultivate Elevate Pearl Powder to, I think it was a girl, her, because it does help out. But yeah, kind of made me feel better that I'm not the only person with suffering eyes, but at the same time, I felt bad because they were frankly, and I want them to be able to see. Trooper Jacob Bird Pursuit compilation, The Birdman Cometh. Jenna's saying, "Oh man." And did anything come up on the show that you guys wanted to mention, or did I bring up anything that I didn't get back around to? I kind of feel like there was too much to talk about for the week. I can't plan what I'm gonna say ahead of time because then I'll forget it. So I just have to take my notes and have a vague idea of some things I want to riff on, but on the whole, I'm kind of seeing everything fresh and just going from it off the cuff, which it does sound very unprofessional, and it might be, don't get me wrong, but with my bad memory and my ability to just do things on the spur of the moment, it works out. Because I used to plan ahead for things, but I didn't plan ahead for this. So the only real planning ahead I do is just for the channel. That's the only reason I've been talking about next year, this year. That's something I usually do not do, but I do have to plan for it since I'll be working for a week almost immediately next month, roughly this time next month. Is that correct? I believe so. The 11, 12, 13. Yeah, because October 14th is a Monday. So that's it's looking like that's the week that I'll be live. Since Frank will be with everybody looking for Bigfoot. They do that every year. When I went to visit Frank in 2016, I couldn't spend any time with him after the show was over because I had to, pack and get ready to go. And I think it was a Thursday. And then next week, right now, it's just a regular, full, frankly week. All right, on cue. Thank you. This has been fun. Feels like balcony chat with friends. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, just a regular week next week. We have got Chris Ann Hall's birthday next week. I wonder when she's going to be back on. But then the week after next, that's when Frank's going to be going to the retreat that Jay Gulanello has. So that Thursday, he'll be off. I'll be on. That's the 26th. And then the 27th, Frank said he'll go live for about an hour from up at the retreat. So that will be at 7 p.m., but again, just about an hour. So that's okay. I won't be live that day, but then I'm live the following Saturday. But yeah, next week's just a regular old Virgo week as of right now. I say that, and tomorrow I am off. I get my 1 day off a month. It's tomorrow. So there's that. Early voting starts in Ohio October 8th. Gonna be lots of discussion fodder. Archie's Ghost is saying, yeah, I just got something in the mail like, hey, send this back now for your mail-in vote form thing with my full first, middle, and last name spelt on that MFR. My legal name, not my real Nikki M. Carlin name. That goes right in the trash. Most mail goes right in the trash. Bucket list item, one of Jay's retreats. Maybe next year, I hope, right on cue. The thing with those, though, find out as soon as you can when those are because they fill up fast. I'm not sure of the price, but those spots do go away quickly. So actually, this time of year, I would be asking, like, hey, when can I sign up for next year? What's the price going to be? Where can I park? What's the Wi-Fi password? All that stuff. Where is the food? Can I smoke? And then somebody did say, yeah, right on cue. I don't know how people survive this weird ass world without weed. Yeah, same. It got to be 420. Well, it got to be April of 2020. And I thought no self respecting stoner can spend this month without smoking. So I made sure to have a bag that month. And then I guess it just depends on your income. I'm not going to tell anybody to get high. I'm not going to tell anybody to not get high. To everybody should party in moderation. Don't party with people you don't know. But if you have no desire to do it, hey, I'm not trying to push you into it. You can get obsessed with something else. You always gotta de-stress with something, especially just modern times being what they are, and especially if you're researching murder cases. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to get in touch with Jay. He is on Twitter though. If you go to I think it's Perpetual Health Co. Let me see if I can. Hmm. Well, like you could DM him there, like, hey, what's up? I'm from quite frankly, when's the next one? What's it cost? Where's the parking? What's the Wi-Fi? Following. Wait, following me or I'm following them? No, yeah. Yeah, Perpetual Health Co. Let me just. And then Jake Linello, he's even on like he's on Rumble, he's on other platforms. I think I did give him a follow on Rumble because I like the guy. I like what he does. I don't know his upload schedule. Whoops. Give me that back. But I'm just dropping in the chat room. This is Jay Gulanello over on Twitter. And he does tweet often enough. So smash the like button before you go. And don't forget your pants since they're just going to lie around on the floor for a week. But then, yeah, next week is, again, just a regular week. And then Frank and Jim Zell at Miss Shorty on Friday after the show. When as soon as she makes that link available, I tweet it out. And she's good about getting those out early. So tomorrow, Monday, she will have that up. If you don't already follow her on YouTube or Twitter, that's okay. I will make sure to get that link out. Or if I see Frank Zell tweet it, I share the tweet. Because those are fun. They got a cool group of folks in there, mostly Capricorn, like half Capricorn. So it's a good time. Everybody's really chill. We all know each other in there by now. So it is going to be sad when it ends. I didn't even think about that. I knew it was going to be temporary, but I mean, maybe they'll come over and watch, quite frankly. I don't know. I don't know where they are in the world either. I don't know if they're all Aussies. I don't know if they're in the States. Oh, epic. Archie's saying, had a lovely evening. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm making homemade pasta sauce. Just about done. Got to get it off the stove. Yeah, don't let it burn. Yeah, have a good meal if you're eating this time of night. Or if not, just have a big breakfast tomorrow. And we'll enjoy the rest of this Virgo here. You know, it's different for you guys. Maybe you guys feel this way at the beginning of December, but I'm really feeling I don't know why I feel a rush towards the end of the year. It's generally not good when time speeds up. I don't know if something's going to happen that day other than the fact that we're going to be at, quite frankly, that day. Knock on wood. He better not be off that day. I think it's because there's so many 10-year anniversaries coming up starting next month that will be going on through January. Maybe it's the anticipation of that. And it didn't even feel like 10 years had passed until about a month ago. Everything just felt like, oh, that was 9.5 years ago. And now it's starting to feel like, oh my God, it's been a decade. Like in a bad way at first, and then in a good way when we get to January. But yeah, this was a ton of fun. I know you guys hit the like button. And keep fighting the good fight and support all your favorite content creators. Like the streams and videos and share the stuff. Word of mouth helps out. Make sure all notifications are on. And if it's a show like Quite Frankly, have a notification on your phone that goes off at like 5 minutes till 7, 10 minutes till 7, whatever. So you are there just in case YouTube wants to drop the notification late, which it will do like 2 minutes late, but we really can't have that. Yeah, I hope the light was better. I'll find out tomorrow when I watch this back. Oh, Moon Bunny, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, thanks you guys. I mean, wouldn't have a show without you guys. It's all you. So you guys showing up, keep it alive, just like keeping, quite frankly, the show alive, not the man. Like we all have to clap our hands at, quite frankly, to keep him alive for 2 hours, like he just sang. That would hurt. If you've ever stood up at a concert and clapped for 2.5 hours, you feel it. Don't do it if you have carpal tunnel. That's how I got through my first concert. No clapping. I did scream so much that, like, oh, I can't hear. I wonder why. Was it the music? No, I was screaming for 2.5 hours. Now I'm deaf and white. That was years ago. Nobody wants to hear about that. We'll talk about concerts sometime. So, yeah, good night to everybody. And we'll do the Frankly thing on Monday, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Although wrong way. Yeah, take it easy. Yeah, get your laundry done, get your short chores done, and keep everything neat and tidy in case something falls apart. It's like, well, at least I don't have to clean this up. Got to deal with this now. Yeah, Moon Bunny, see you soon. Drink some water and take care of yourself. It's just because it's a time of year for catching cold, so just be mindful of it with the weather just being back and forth the way it is. Would prefer things to stay warm for at least another month. Yeah, John Rogers, have a great night. Good night, right on cue. Yeah, love you guys. Yeah, a little wrong way. Have a great night, a great tomorrow. And until next time.